All right, so third workout of the first week of the fall cut. Just want to make a quick note that today is the feast day of St. Dominic, and we'll skip it on the Bible verse of the day. Want to make note of that. So, I don't know a lot about St. Dominic, but definitely something that I would like to get into more, and would definitely suggest that you guys do as well. So, definitely a cool saint. I've seen some stuff about him, so definitely we'll look into it. Workout-wise, shoulders and back, as always, on Thursday. So, same routine, just got to make some small adjustments with some form, with some mechanics, technique, which we'll do. But, we'll get in there, get warmed up, and we'll see you guys in there for the lift. All right, so first movement, as always, will be the overhead Smith press. So, with all my compound movements, I will do some warm-up sets, some feel sets, with some lighter weight to get warmed up, get blood flowing into the muscle, and then we'll do one top set here to failure within the 5 to 9 rep range. Alright, so second movement is going to be a rear delt bias movement. So the rear delt cable flies here. We'll do one top set for each side, starting with the left side, which is obviously the weaker side for me, being right hand, right arm dominant. So we'll just do one warm-up set for each side, and then we'll jump up to the top weight that we're going to do, aiming to fail within the 5 to 9 rep range. And the biggest thing with these is really achieving that deep stretch on the rear delts whenever we're bringing the cable back. Slow and controlled as always, and just pausing for a couple seconds to get that deep stretch. Lateral raises, and again, we'll just do one warm-up set, and then we'll do one top set, the working set, to failure, aiming to fail within the 5 to 9 rep range. And the biggest thing with these is you don't want to, have these flying down on the eccentric part of the movement, aiming to control these as much as possible. But however, just like with every movement, the main factor is intensity, so we want to continuously up the weight with these, get more reps, but at the same time, control the weight as best as possible. Alright, so the next movement for shoulders will be the cable raises. And as you guys can see, we're using this certain attachment here that you'll usually use for either T-bar rows or for pull downs. And the reason for using this attachment is to give just a bit more stability and support with the wrist. So just helping to avoid any injuries with the wrist. And then also, along with that, is helping us target the side delts here more. So just able to feel the side delts more in this movement. And again, one warm-up set for each side, starting with the left. And then one top set, the working sets for each side, aiming to fail within the 5 to 9 rep range. And again, focusing on that deep stretch at the bottom and full contraction at the top. Alright, so final movement for shoulders will be the heavy barbell shrugs. With this, similar to the first movement that we did, the overhead Smith press, we'll do 2 warm-up sets and then 1 top set to failure. Again, aiming to fail within the 5 to 9 rep range. Alright, so first movement for back will as always be the weighted pull-ups, and again this week using the 55-pound kettlebell. And the biggest thing with these is that pause at the bottom. Just really a great deep stretch on the lats, and just really tough to beat with any other movement. Not to say that you don't get as much of a deep stretch on other movements, but this one, I mean, you're literally hanging from a bar, so I mean, it's really hard to replicate that with other movements as well as this, if that makes sense. And again, going to failure here, finishing with partials is the big thing, and those partial reps is really what goes hand in hand with what I say when I say intensity over everything. Going past failure will ultimately lead to more growth, which is ultimately what we want. Alright, so next movement for back will be the barbell rows, and just had to make some adjustments with my form here, load the hips more, and not use the lower back as much, as that was kind of a limiting factor in the past, but made the right adjustment. And again, just 1 warm-up set before this to get a feel for the movement, get some blood into the muscles, and failing in the 5 to 9 rep range. Alright, so final movement for the workout for back is going to be the pullovers here, the makeshift pullovers. And this is just, I think, the best finisher for back, in my opinion, based on the ones that I've done in the past. Trial and error kind of thing. And this is what I've chosen for my finisher. Just a really good deep burn, good stretch, and a deep burn on the lats here. And just really gives you that pump at the end. A little bit of satisfaction. But the thing is with me, as you guys know, I'm never satisfied. Always looking to do more. Always looking to be better. But definitely a good movement to finish with. So if you guys are looking for that finishing movement, I would certainly go with this. So that'll do it for today. I appreciate you guys watching the content, and I will see you guys on Saturday for calves and arms. God bless.